Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning here today to do a Naruto discussion / prediction video. Now, this is my thoughts on what's going to happen for the final battle, Naruto vs Sasuke. Naruto Sasuke! Like, that's what we're probably going to end off with the fight. I just can see it. I can see it happening. Alright, Naruto, some kind of crazy Mega Rasengan, and then Sasuke, just crazy black lightning fire Chidori. I can see it going down. So, before I get started, I do want to say that I have seen other people make videos on this topic. I saw a video on Irvin did one on his channel, Game on Cloud 9. I saw one on Edo the Talker's channel. I saw one on Supreme Guru's channel. And I know Sawyer 7 Mage did it, so I guess shout-outs to all of them. Sawyer, you have too many subs already, so shout-outs to Supreme Guru, Edo the Talker, and Game on Cloud 9. Now, thing here is this. I want to give my 2 cents, alright? I'm going to hop on board this train. And you may say, well, they did it like a few days ago. No. You see, the train doesn't leave the station unless I am on board. That's the way it works. The conductor knows, oh wait, where's King? You have folks in the cars, we're late to work, we ain't leaving till the King of Lightning is on this bitch. I'm on the bitch, we can now leave, okay? So, thing is, I got a few points. First of all, yeah, a few key points, like 5 key points, not a big deal. First thing I want to talk about here, very simple, the ideals, which aren't that grandiose, not that big, they're not that complex, to be quite honest, they're very simple. Sasuke's, I think, is more clear-cut. Honestly, I don't know what Naruto... Cause I'm trying to figure out what Naruto is going to do specifically. Sasuke has a specific plan laid out. Kill the Hokages, take control of the Tail Beasts, and influence the world with me at the helm. Me at the helm. Where Naruto, his plan of action is vague, if not non-existent. Like, I don't know what he's trying to do here. Like, what is your end game? How are you going to achieve what Nagato and Jiraiya dreamed of? Like, what are you going to do? How are you going to attain this peace that the prophecy foretells of you, Naruto Uzumaki? So, like, I don't know. I mean, my assumption here is that he's going to do this the way Ashura would, by working together with the community. Because realize this simple fact that Naruto and Sasuke are still the... I mean, they have the souls of Ashura and Indra. There we go. I'm trying to think of the word here, but they have their souls. So you have Sasuke, who is more independent. It is his way or the highway. And then you have Naruto, who is more... He works with the people around him. They respect him, and in order to get the job done, he does it with the group, as opposed to the individual way Sasuke. So you have the individual versus the group, I suppose, in that sense. And Naruto's way is more, I guess it's better from a moral aspect, but it's Sasuke's way who is more clear-cut, chop, like, let's go. So you have the dictatorship versus the democracy. That's what I see going on here. But how are you going to attain this notion of peace, world peace? And Naruto, I still think, is trying to work this out in his mind. So right now, he's just going through the processes of eliminating those who are in his way, and then he's going to work on this world peace shtick, whatever. Well, eliminate's a strong word. Just remove the obstacles, because he's not going to eliminate Sasuke. And I'll get to that sooner than later. So, that's the first thing. The ideals here, they're simple. I would side with Sasuke's, because Sasuke is more realistic. It's less kiddie, obviously. But, at the same time, the series is called Naruto for a reason. Just saying. So, that's that right there. Now, when it comes to the next point, the scale of the fight, it's not going to be as big as Kaguya, because Kaguya, she brought in the whole... First of all, from a power standpoint, they are not as powerful as Kaguya. That's simple. Therefore, they can't be on that scale. However, from a skill standpoint, we're gonna see Naruto implement like all the tricks that he's used before, even more tricks. He's gonna use all types of stuff going on because Naruto does have a greater assortment of attacks, I would assume. Well, okay. He has a lot of what I like to call branch attacks. Like he has the Rasen Shuriken, then he has a whole mess of variants of Rasen Shuriken. He has the Rasengan and a whole mess of variants of Rasengan, and so on and so forth. He has a lot of root attacks, whereas with Sasuke has a lot of, or I should say branch attacks, whereas Sasuke has a lot of like skills in general. He has Genjutsu, he has Rinnegan maneuvers, you can assume he has all of them, so he has Almighty Push, he's done the Planetary Devastation, he may have Ashura Realm stuff, he may have Animal Realm stuff, maybe it's possible. So, yeah, again, Sasuke has all, and plus, that's not even including his Amaterasu, his Susanoo, all types of stuff. So, from a skill standpoint, Sasuke has more genuine, at least from because again, off the cuff, I haven't gone into their character details and looked at all their different skills. But Sasuke has more individual prima skills, which Naruto has more, like, branch techniques from parent techniques, like the Rasen Shuriken, the Rasengan, the Bijudama, and so on and so forth. Well, actually, no. I don't know if he can still... No, well, he can use the Bijudama, but he has to put in, like, a Rasen Shuriken form, and now he does it that way. So I haven't seen him do, like, an actual regular Bijudama ever since he's gained the Ashura Sage 6 Paths powers. But I also want to see a lot of hand-to-hand stuff, alright? Now, maybe in the manga perspective, we're not going to see a lot of hand-to-hand stuff, but when this gets animated, I'm pretty sure they're going to put in a whole mess of hand-to-hand stuff. A lot of kunai and wind shuriken and manipulation. I can see that happening, definitely. I can also see a lot of... Because summonings, I don't know if they're going to have the whole summoning thing going on with Gamaki Chi and Aura. Because they already summoned those... Yeah, they already summoned Gamaki Chi and Aura in the fight against the Jubi. So, I don't know if it's going to happen again. I'm not too sure. But then again, Sasuke has two summonings. He has Hawks. So, Sasuke could utilize Hawks. And he has the Rinnegan where he can maybe use other animal summonings. But Naruto, in his case, not too sure. I mean, again, he does have the variants of the tail beast inside of him. So, again, for him, I guess just more... Well, I mean, him, I think it'll be more so trickery and trying to use his shadow clones in unique ways. Like, of course, make his shadow clone, like, into a pebble and then attack Sasuke from behind. Sasuke using, like, let's say, law-type maneuvers. Switching stuff with Naruto, so you have Naruto clones attacking Naruto, the main body. Something like that, you know, stuff like that. So, the scale from a destructive standpoint is going to be bigger than the previous fight they had, obviously. And it's not going to be as big as the Kaguya one, because Kaguya, she's the strongest person in the verse. So, the Flower Country, well, either the Flower Country or the Forest Country, whichever country they're fighting in, is already in ruin, because fucking Madara, yeah, Chibaku Tensei's up the wazoo. But the devastation, I think, will be more contained in this fight. Not as broad as, let's say, the entire country. I mean, they're already country level, I would assume so, Naruto and Sasuke. But they're not going to destroy the country any further. That's my take on that. At least, again, I assume so. I mean, they could be multi-island. I mean, it varies, I suppose. I mean, if you're going to power scale their country, yeah, let's see about that. So, the next key point here. The spoilers. Even though this fight has been hyped up for years and years and years and decades upon centuries upon millennia, it's been a few, you know, like Jesus Christ heard about this fight when he was preaching to the folks. He's like, oh, like, whoa, like, I know that this shit's going down. Naruto versus Sasuke. So, it's been hyped up for a long-ass time, alright? And my problem here is that you have reveals of character designs for Naruto the movie. And I'm like, because they recently revealed the character design for Sasuke. And Sasuke, so you know he's alive. He has the Sharingan going on, so he keeps his powers. So if Sasuke keeps his powers, so does Naruto probably. And he has this whole Knights of Arabia look to him. So based on his look, when you see the etch out for Sasuke when he's older, and he has the getup, I would assume that getup is more of like a rogue getup, like he's on his own journey, meaning that he has no more stay, or he has no more, like he doesn't have any relevance for Konoha, so, or the ninja world as a whole. You don't have a Knights of Arabia getup and become Hokage or the World Kage. That's not how it works. I'm just saying that's not how it works. So the spoilers for the film have mitigated some of the expectations for the fight. Let me be clear. The spoilers for the film have mitigated some of the expectations for the fight. And this brings up the next point. Will it be as good as the previous fight between Naruto and Sasuke? I don't think so. Because one of the reasons why is that fight, well, first of all, for my own biases, that Naruto and that Sasuke were actually good to me. Sasuke is still better than Naruto in my perspective currently, but Sasuke now, from a character standpoint, I don't think is as good as old Sasuke. And Naruto, gone. Fuck this dude. Out of here. This current Naruto. But old Naruto, oh fuck yeah. I backed heavy. Oh, backed heavy. So my own investment in this battle is a lot less now than it was back then, obviously. I mean, here I'm just for the ride, alright? But back then, I was like, yo, I'm a long-haul dude. This fight means a lot to me. I gotta see this fight. So, in that aspect, obviously, I have a bias. But not only that, but for some reason, when you watch that fight, when you read that fight, you get the notion, or like you don't have an idea of who is going to win, nor do you, because you're not 100% sure whether Sasuke's gonna die or not. Like, you have an idea, somewhere back in your mind, at least I did, that one of these two could possibly die in this battle. There was a greater sense of danger. There was a greater sense of surprise. There was more shock value in that fight. But in this fight, not the case, because the spoilers have revealed that clearly Naruto and Sasuke are both alive after the battle. Not only that, but I get a strange vibe that Sasuke is testing Naruto. That's what I'm getting. Like, again, I said before in my last chapter review of Naruto, the dialogue between Hagoromo and Sasuke, it makes it seem as if like he's really just testing Naruto to see if Naruto has the drive, the willpower, the right framework in his mind to actually rule Konoha or be a key component of Konoha at some point in the future. So I get that sense too. So the sense of danger, even though the scale is a lot bigger, the sense of danger, in my personal opinion, isn't as big as the first fight. So in that aspect, in these aspects, shock value, sense of danger, spoilers, and my own biases, I believe that this fight is not going to be as good as the previous fight. It won't give me that sense of euphoria like when I first watched it and I was going insane, telling all my friends about this shit in high school, like, yo, fucking, you gotta see this battle. I don't care if you're a DBZ tard, you gotta see this shit, you gotta see this shit. And now I'm like, I just want to see it because it's the final fight and I've invested so much time to Naruto the series and might as well just watch it because, or read it because I'm a long haul dude. Why not? So, that's my thought on, oh wait, one more point. Who would the winner be? The winner, I think it's Naruto. Again, based on the spoilers, you see Sasuke, Knights of Arabia. That getup is not like leader getup. And plus, I'm thinking that at the end of all of this, Naruto and Sasuke, neither of them will be Hokage immediately after this, obviously. I'm thinking more or less it's going to be Kakashi being the 6th Hokage, then Naruto in the film becomes the 7th Hokage. That's what I'm thinking. Those are my thoughts on that. So, The winner, I mean, also it could be a draw. Very possible. Yeah, very possible. Or Sasuke wins, but Sasuke doesn't actually like pursue his ambition because he's tested Naruto and Naruto has passed the test, something like that. Who knows? So the winner, I'm gonna say, I'm 90% sure it's gonna be Naruto, but 10% of me says Sasuke. So I'd say I'm done. I'm not done yet. I have one more thing to say, and I understand it's later in the day. Obviously now it's nighttime. I got a haircut and all types of stuff, so I look different. But the thing here, at least I think so, because I'm wearing the same shirt, whatever, doesn't matter. The thing here is that I want to mention one last point that I forgot to mention earlier on in the video. Note how during the fight between Naruto and Sasuke first time round, one of the key components of shock value was the fact that during their battle they had unleashed new powers. You had Sasuke awaken his Sharingan. Well, not Sharingan. He had awakened his third Tomo in the midst of that fight. And Naruto, he, for the first time, had utilized, like, the one-tail, like, Kyuubi cloak thing. So, that was big. That was huge. So, in essence, it's the surprise factor of possible power-ups in the midst of the fight. However, in this fight, you're not going to have that. Why? Because Sasuke and Naruto have already reached the pinnacle of their combat prowess. There's not going to be any mid-fight power-ups. It's just going to be, this is the way it is. We're going to just go at it with what we have, and that's it. So, that's also a key component as well to consider. The fact that, again, in the old fight, you had all of these surprise mid-fight power-ups that actually made some sense. But in this battle, not going to happen because, again, they're already at the zenith. You can't go any further. You can't go any higher. So, that's it. Now I'm done. Give me your thoughts. What do you guys think is going to happen in this final battle? And this is King of Lightning. Rate the video, comment, subscribe. Peace. Have a nice day.